me, on behalf of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, I'm delighted to extend a very warm welcome to you all, especially to our distinguished guests from the Republic of Kazakhstan. Honorable Minister, thank you very much for coming, and the Chairman of the Committee on Industrialization and the other colleagues, thank you very much for finding time to at least actualize what our great leaders have taken as a vision. Your presence here today signifies that growing ties and mutual interest between our two great nations. And like you have said, we are indeed honored to begin the process that our two leaders have asked we should do. Permit me also to confirm the warm regards of my brother and colleague, the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, distinguished Senator Oroka Kiari, CON, who was actually to be here, but another very urgent national assignment has taken him out of Abuja. He sends his regards and apologies. He would have loved to be here, especially that you have already met, before now. Let me also, on behalf of all the staff here, thank you for your presentation. And I'm confident that today's discussion will further strengthen the foundation that we are laying today. At the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, our mandate is to ensure sustainable agricultural growth, enhance food security, and promote inclusive economic development. In Nigeria, agriculture remains the heartbeat of our economy, employing majority of our population and contributing to the GDP about 28% as at our last, the third quarter of 2024. Our dear President, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, came under his agenda, Pristine Renewed Hope Agenda. And in this agenda, he has set a very bold vision for Nigeria. And he said, as far as food security is concerned, he wants a country where no one goes to bed hungry. So in particular, out of this agenda, food security is a top one, but also we are contributing to poverty eradication, economic growth and job creation, inclusivity. And as far as all of this is concerned, the ministry is working to deliver outputs and results that will align to that presidential priority. Therefore, this initiative between these two countries will further strengthen collaboration and partnership with a view to helping us boost our collective national interest, but most significantly for Nigeria, food security and industrial development driven from the agricultural sector. So I'm sure from what you have said, it's obvious that we have a lot to learn from each other. This is a vision we are committed to realizing, and we believe that meaningful partnerships, such as the one we are having here today, will help us to achieve that. Nigeria's agricultural landscape is vast and diverse, offering opportunities across crop production, the livestock, aquaculture, and agro-processing. Just recently, Mr. President, considering the very strategic importance of the livestock sector, has created a Ministry of Livestock Development. And so the Department of Livestock, Animal Production, and then the veterinary have all moved to a new ministry. And I think they are expanding the scope of their ambition to enable us tap from that very vast resource. In Nigeria, we have over 84 million hectares of arable land, abundant water resources, and domestic markets of over 220 million population. So we are therefore positioned as a very great investment destination in terms of agriculture, and we welcome and support all investment and any investment that will help us to achieve our goal of sustainable food transformation for our food security. Interestingly, Nigeria and Kazakhstan share notable similarities. We are both resource-rich nations with agriculture playing a pivotal role in our economies. one key area where our interests align is wheat production. And I'm happy you have mentioned what it is. And obviously, wheat plays a very critical role in our food, varieties, and from the quick food that all our citizens, whether students, workers, and the like, one way or the other, wheat is involved. And like the minister said rightly, 6 million, and of course, the bulk of it imported, like I said, more than 5. But we are also trying our best to see how we can at least reduce that, to tap in the advantage that we also have in wheat producing areas. We have about 12 states, or I think 16 states, that we tag wheat producing with various capacities. But notably, some of them are very, very good wheat producing states. So we are trying to see what we can do to turn that tide. So Kazakhstan ranks among the world's top wheat producers with an impressive, you said 25?
25.
And medium metric tons. So I will go with your own figure, because I said when you hear it from the source, it becomes the original. And we in our own case, we are just a little bit at about 500,000 metric tons. So you can see we are toddlers when we look at what you are doing. However, I am pleased to inform you that Nigeria has taken an aggressive and deliberate approach towards scaling up wheat production. More states are joining wheat cultivation programs supported by government-backed initiatives aimed at reducing our import dependence. Because we believe, yes, we can import, but if we have capacity in country, we should reduce, in the sense that import puts pressure on your foreign exchange system. So we are also concerned, because affordability, when you are dealing with food security, affordability is a key, and you want your citizens to be able to afford food. These and many more present a unique opportunity for collaboration, one that could leverage Kazakhstan's expertise in wheat production and Nigeria's expanding agricultural landscape to achieve mutual benefits. We are committed to ensuring that investors find Nigeria a rewarding destination where business thrives seamlessly. The country remains committed to providing an enabling environment for investors. Our ease of doing business reforms have led to significant improvements in business undertakings, with tax administration and access to credit being a catch. Specific incentives in agriculture, for example, include tax holidays for pioneer industries, duty-free import of agricultural equipment, access to government-backed financing schemes, streamlined procedures for land acquisition and agribusiness operations. Our subnationals have seen the value of expanding agricultural production, and they are keen in whatever we're doing. However, we also recognize that food systems go beyond agriculture alone. They involve health, trade, the environment, and social protection sectors. This understanding has led to Nigeria establishing what we call Presidential Food Systems Coordinating Unit, which is a central body responsible for coordinating our national food systems, housed in the office of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So the essence of this coordinating unit is to ensure that the industries, private sector, government ministries, departments, and agencies are all aligned and pulling together to ensure that we achieve our robust food system transformation. To provide more insight, perhaps when we take this discussion further, I'm sure we'll begin to scale down to specific areas where we can begin to look at what needs to be done. I want to submit here that we are open and ready to partner and collaborate in areas of mutual benefits. And you talked about the aspect of fertilizer. Definitely, if you look at the level of mineralization in our agriculture in Nigeria, we are doing below. And one of the key factors has been that the cost of fertilizer is still high. And when the cost of fertilizer is high, definitely smallholder farmers will find it very good. So whatever we can do to increase access without necessarily putting more cost on consumers of this fertilizer, that is farmers, I think will be a welcome development. I believe, based on the Abuja Declaration, where fertilizer utilization was supposed to go at least up to 60, the base minimum was for us to go up to 60 kilograms per hectare. And right now, I don't think we're even meeting that as a country. Our farmers are not using up to that. But beyond that, our interest is to begin to look at soil fertility. And so as a country, for example, we are having a national farmers soil health scheme, which we want to use to support precision agriculture you talked about. And so the elements of the map, high resolution level of understanding where farms are and what they need is key. This scheme is currently being finalized, and we hope starting from this year's rainy season to begin to reach out to selected farms, because we believe if farmers are guided, they can cut down on fertilizer wastage, because I call it wastage when your farm does not require half a ton and you are putting 1 ton and it's not even the right fertilizer. That's waste of effort. So we believe we should begin to introduce more element of precision. That way the productivity and yields can increase. So I believe there is a spirit of convergence, and so our great presidents are right, and I want us to give them a round of applause for this.